Hello, how to solve this cascaded exponential problem and find all values of n that satisfy this equation. This n to the power of n to the power of 2, and this equals 16. So what do we do? Whenever you have an exponent like this at the end of a cascaded exponential problem, you can decide to take this, you can raise each part of this equation to the power of the exponent. So you have n power n to the power of 2. You raise this to the power of 2 because you have 2 here. And you do the same thing here by raising 16 to the power of 2. So the next trick we are going to take will be, we are going to consider n power 2 as a single unit. Maybe this can represent n, and this will also represent n. So that means if we have a power n all raised to the power of n, this is just like writing a power m all raised to the power of n. So there can be switch of powers. Have you seen that? So this, if this is our n, this is our m, so we can apply this to switch the powers. So that's why you are going to treat this as a unit in which it represents n and this represents m. So let's transform it using this identity. Remember, the base is constant, the base is the same. We have n power a2 will come inside the bracket, raised to the power of this will come outside, which is n power 2, and this equals 16 power 2. So if you can see, this and this are the same. And for us to continue, we need to ensure that this base here and the exponent here are also the same. Because the base here and the exponent here are the same, we need to make sure that the base here and the exponent here are the same. So that we can apply a power n equals maybe a power a equals b power b, meaning that a equals b. For us to apply this identity, this and this must be the same. So if you consider 16 is a perfect square, which is 4 times 4. That means 16 is 4 power 2. So we are going to replace 16 with 4 power 2. That means we are going to have n power 2 raised to the power of n power 2, and this equals 16 is 4 power 2, and this is raised to the power of 2. So if you have a power n raised to the power of n, this equals a power n times n. So we can apply this identity right here. That means we are going to multiply this exponent. So we are simply going to have n power 2 raised to the power of n power 2 equals 4 to the power of 4. So at this point, you can then apply the identity of a power a equals b power b. That means a equals b. So we can easily equate this. You can have n power 2 equals 4. So if n power 2 equals 4, we can solve for n by taking the square root of both sides of this equation. This cancel this. We have n equals this will give us plus or minus 2. So we have two values for n. We have n1 equals positive 2. We have n2 equals negative 2. So these are the two values for n. Now that we have gotten that, the next thing we are going to do will be to check if these values truly satisfy the equation. We have n1 equals 2 and n2 equals negative 2. Let's start with n1. So we record the problem. n power 2 equals 60. We are going to substitute this value for n. So we are simply going to have this is 2 power 2 power 2. Is this 60? Question mark. Now, if you have a power b power c power d, you need to consider this top two exponent. This. So in this particular case, we are going to consider this top two exponent, which is 2 power 2, and 2 power 2 is 4. So that means we are going to have 2 to the power of 4. And is this equals 16? So what is 2 to the power of 4? That is 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. Or 16, 2 times 2, 4, 4 times 2, 8, 8 times 2, 16. we have 16 equals 16. So this shows that the n equals 2 has satisfied the equation. Let's consider this other one here when n equals -2. We have n2 equals -2. So we have n power 2 equals 16. We substitute -2 for n. And let's check if it's going to satisfy the equation. So this means you are going to have -2 power -2 power 2. Is this equals 16? Now, we do the same thing again. If you have a power b power c power d power e, so forth, we start with the top two exponents. So we consider this -2 power 2. Now, what is the value of -2 power 2? -2 power 2 means -2 times -2, which is negative times negative, positive, this is +4. So this is the same thing as 4. That means we have -2, no need to put it in bracket, raised to the power 4. Right? And this equals 16. If you have -2 to the power 4, what does it mean? You can put it in bracket. You can even remove it in bracket. -2 power 4. It means this -2 will appear 4 times. So if you want to multiply it out, this is -2 times -2 times -2 times -2. This is 16. So negative times negative, positive times negative, negative times positive, positive. Now, the rule is if you have negative raised to an even number, it will be positive. Negative raised to an even number will give you positive. If negative is raised to an even number, will give you positive value. So if negative raised to an odd number, it will give you negative value. So 4 is an even number. That means negative raised to an even number will give you positive. That's why this is just like writing. This is right, just like writing 2 power 4, which is 16. So you have 16 equals 16. If you multiply this out, it will give you 16 again. So guys, the both solutions have satisfied the equation. Now a quick recap. The first step is to ensure that you consider this exponent as a unit, and also you multiply the exponent with the number you have at the top, which is 2. Multiply this exponent by 2, multiply this exponent with 2. So as a result of that, and don't forget the fact that the n power 2 here becomes a unit, and if that is the case, we apply a power n times m equals a power m or power n. So we can switch the powers. So the m comes inside, which is the 2 here, and the n goes outside. This was the most important step we took. Then at this particular point, we also needed this other right-hand side to have the same base and the exponent. So we represented 16 as 4 power 2. So because of that, we multiplied this exponent, and we had 4 power 4 equals n power 2 power n power 2. So we applied this identity, a power a equals b power b. We created the exponent. And from here, you can easily solve for n by taking the square root of both sides. And remember, if you take the square root, you are going to have 2 solutions. So that was why we had 2 different solutions, which are +2 and -2. So we then inserted these solutions back into the equation, in which we have this. We tested the 2 solutions, the +2 and the -2. Remember, when you have the +2, this is very simple. It's just you start with the topmost exponent, then you bring it down, just like what I did here. But once you have negative numbers, make sure that if you have a negative number raised to an even number, it will give you positive. So that was what we did here, and the both solutions obviously satisfy the equation. So guys, this is how you can easily solve this type of exponential problem, and I believe you have enjoyed this video. Don't forget to subscribe and share. Thank you, and drop a comment drop a comment on the comment box. I will really attend and appreciate if you do so. Thank you guys. Thank you guys.